Hi everybody, we're well into James Bond's 60th anniversary of the first movie being released, which was Doctor No, which we all know. Just to recap on Bond's history, I'd like to recommend this to you, Everything or Nothing. This is the official James Bond documentary movie. I can't track it down on Blu-ray, I've only got it on DVD. It has been knocking around on Amazon Prime recently, so I have actually watched it again on Prime, but this is my main version on DVD. Even though it's an official documentary, it is quite self-critical. It's not an advert as such for the Bond films, but a real good look behind the production of the films and some of the stories, ranging from Connery's recruitment and then his dissatisfaction with the role by the time he got to You Only Live Twice, how George Lazenby got the role, and Lazenby's pretty honest. He's pretty honest why he left. Some good footage of Roger Moore and how he knew Cubby and how he got the parts, and some of the trials and tribulations of making the films, including some personal stories from the family of Harry Saltzman. Of course, the Broccoli's is still involved. They still own the franchise. And also a lot about how Cubby Broccoli was a very caring filmmaker. And, he looked after the people that worked for him. So it's a real nice reminisce. Moving into the 80s, how it nearly was James Brolin. How it nearly was, when Roger Moore come to the end of his tenure, there was Octopussy fighting in the cinemas against Never Say Never Again. And it discusses this, and it discusses that, Roger was getting older and how Pierce Brosnan was then recruited and couldn't take up the role in The Living Daylights because of his contract with Remington Steele. And it's actually got Pierce Brosnan himself talking about it. And he still seems pretty pissed off about the fact that he couldn't become Bond the first time round. When he became Bond the second time round, the absolute relief. And you do feel, I'm going to put this, I don't know, I'm holding it up, the feeling of absolute relief, self-reflection, because don't forget his late wife, who passed away from cancer, was in For Your Eyes Only as Countess Liesel, and how Pierce Brosnan was on the set when Roger Moore was making For Your Eyes Only. He got introduced to everybody, and was he identified then as the new James Bond? No idea. I don't know. Moving forward, how Pierce Brosnan left the role, who was asked to leave the role, and he didn't seem particularly happy about it, and how Daniel Craig faced lots of resistance. The blonde Bond, he's too short, he's too skinny, he's too ugly, and how he overcome all the challenges and led to the enormous success the Bond franchise has had under his tenure in the role, which is now at an end. So this video is already out of date as they look for the next James Bond. Who it will be, I will not comment in this video, but I've got a few people I would like to see in the role. Highly recommended. It is a piece of self-reflection by Danjak, Eon Productions, whatever you want to call it. It's very self-reflective, this, and all credit to them. All credit to them. It could have been, how wonderful we are. Weren't all the actors happy? What a wonderful franchise this is. No, it does realise there have been some bumps along the way. And in a 60-year business career, 60-year lifespan of the Bond franchise, yes, there's going to be bumps in the road and problems and issues. And all these have been overcome, from the initial casting to later on court cases and all the nonsense with Kevin McClory around Thunderball and Never Say Never Again, and how he raised his head later on, and eventually they managed to make Casino Royale. So it's a very good watch. 93 minutes, and the 93 minutes whizzes by. As a Bond fan, I think it's one of the best documentaries out there. Well done MGM, well done Danjak. It is 12 certificates in the UK, so not recommended for people under 12, and as Ian Fleming says, it's never intended for schoolboys. And this is reflected by Timothy Dalton saying he was the nastiest, dirtiest agent around and killed people in cold blood, and that's how he interpreted it. And yeah, all the Bonds are represented here. Connery wasn't interviewed directly for this, but they had some older footage. But all the other, Moore, Lazenby, Dalton, and Brosnan, speak quite openly about their experiences as Bond, and it is refreshing that basically a corporate video is so honest about itself. So highly recommended. I didn't have much trouble tracking this down on DVD. I didn't buy it when it came out at first for some reason. Tracked it down a bit later on. But as I said, it's on Prime. It's knocking around on Amazon Prime at the moment. Please check it out. It is very good. So, Bond's 60th anniversary. Let's keep watching and celebrating the best film franchise ever. Let's say it. Forget Star Wars. Forget everything else. Bond's still the best. I could at this point sing Nobody Does It Better, but you really wouldn't want that. Thanks for watching. Take care, everybody, and goodbye.